Hey guys, just thought I'd do a quick video. I was gonna do it with my laptop, but unfortunately, it stopped working. So, the country Mauritania, which is a Mandela effect. If you look it up, many people, like myself, do not remember that country. It's currently much smaller on the map of Africa than it used to be. I only recognized that country about 2 years ago for the first time in my life, even though I was pretty well versed in geography. I'm not going to say I was great at African geography, but I certainly know I didn't see a huge country called Mauritania. That sounds like maritime, which I immediately associate something like Mauritania with water, which is an interesting thing because in a moment I'm going to get into why that's interesting. But now the globe shows that Mauritania isn't very big anyway. It used to be much bigger. In the last 2 years, it literally, in the last few weeks, I'd say has shrunk. But yeah, look up through Reddit, maybe YouTube, about Mauritania and Mandela effect. There have been several people calling the alarm on that one. That's a new nation. But the problem is I've recently seen a video about someone talking about how in the desert of Mauritania there's an eye. The eye is a lot like Atlantis, described to be, apparently. And now if you look at the history of Mauritania, again, a nation that never did exist until a few years ago, at least in my reality, it says that its very first ruler or king was named Atlas. So basically, it's going to become a big news event, I believe, anyway, that they're going to say that they've discovered Atlantis and that it's in the deserts of Mauritania. And they're already talking about how Mauritania's deserts used to be water, or how they now believe they're filled with water. This is some weird changing of history because it coincides with Egypt and what's going on with the pyramids. There's a lot of history changing going on there too, and now people are believing that the Egyptians were able to create free energy using the pyramids somehow. This is definitely Mandela affected stuff, and they're not small brands now. They're changing big things, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a big deal, the Mauritania eye thing. And there never used to be that. As far as I know, there never used to be a Mauritania, that's for sure. Just like there never used to be a pentagram at the top of the North Pole of Saturn, like there is now. And there never used to be an eye shape at the South Pole of Saturn, like there is now. I mean, as a kid, I loved astronomy. You know, I had a huge book all about astronomy, and growing up, I always looked at pictures of my favorite planet, Saturn. I even did a clay model of Saturn when I was in elementary school. Saturn looks very different now. It looks colorless, the rings are colorless, but most importantly, the North Pole of Saturn and South Pole of Saturn are different. They have these weird shapes. Now Mauritania also has this weird eye shape in it that, like I said, is going to be called Atlantis. And the first king there was Atlas, so that's going to be a big thing coming up. Why is it happening? The Mandela effect, all this stuff, who knows? But it's leading to something, I guess. Alright, thank you for your time. Bye.